Grand rising to everyone. Grand rising, grand rising. Hope everyone is good. Happy September 1st. We are here at Q4. If we were business, if we were corporate, we would say we're here at Q4. So just greetings to everyone who have, shown up this morning to be here with me. Dev, Sister Vicky, Sapphire. Good morning to you all. Now, I'm trying to make this very quick, and I'm doing this for the benefit of people who are curious about my retreat that's coming up in November. And I know a number of you are thinking about it. Please let me know if you're thinking about it, because you know what? What I have found is that there's some people who are like, yeah, man, I'm going to Paula's retreat. And they don't tell me, right? And they're just going to call me 2 days before and say, Paula, I'm coming. And I might not have the space. So I'm asking anybody who is thinking about it seriously to just, I know a lot of people don't follow the instructions. They will not fill out registration forms and they'll just say, Paula, I'm coming. Please let me know by filling out the registration form if you're coming. So, for everyone else who is here to hear about the retreats, thank you for joining me. Um, I've been doing wellness retreats since 2021, and I've been doing them mainly because people have been asking for them. All right. Um, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are lots of people offering wellness retreats all over the world, and a lot of people um, offering wellness retreats here in Jamaica. So, what's the difference between my retreat and other retreats? Now, if anybody knows me, you'll know that my opinions of what causes illness is a little bit different than most other people's opinions. So I feel like illness is a result of a lot of imbalances and dis-ease of the spirit. So therefore, my retreats are curated to bring ease back into the spirit and to help people to understand how to bring their bodies and their lives back into balance so that when they go back home, they'll easily apply the principles and contribute to their healing. So it's not as if you're going to come to my retreat, my 5 day, 4 night retreat, and go home with instantaneous healing. Perhaps it can happen. I'm not going to rule it out. But what we do is help you to heal. Now, there's a very, very valid question that I've just seen here. And the question here is it for men? Because originally I had two retreats planned, one for November and one for December. But because, um, so first of all, let me tell you how my retreats get planned. Literally, I want to do a retreat or two every year, right? But I'm guided by spirit as to when I can have it. And I was not given permission by spirit to have the retreat until November, December. I do not know why, but I listen to spirit. Okay. Anytime I'm disobedient, I get whacked. So I listened to spirit, and spirit said November and December are okay. But then I received guidance that the December one perhaps would not be ideal because of the difficulties with traveling at that time of the year. And I want people to, arrive in Jamaica relaxed and ready to go even deeper. So originally, I had planned the November retreat to be a women's wellness through traditional wisdom retreat, and the December retreat to be a light worker, grid keeper assembly or gathering. Now, because I put off the December retreat, what I've done is hybridized the November retreat. So it will not just be for women, men are welcome. Most of my team for my wellness team are men. So it's actually a great balance to have men and women present. Now, That being said, how have I hybridized this women's wellness retreat with the grid keepers and light workers retreat? I have a theory. A lot of people who are getting sick now are getting sick because they have spiritual gifts that they A refused to acknowledge, refused to use, and suppressed. Because remember, most people that have spiritual gifts because of the trauma that they were born into or was created by their early lives. Yeah? It's the same trauma that creates disease later on in life, right? It's when you have not released the trauma properly that you get disease, right? So the truth is, most people with disease are actually healers, and a lot of healers are actually people who have healed their own diseases. So having a gathering with persons that are not well and persons that are highly evolved, I thought it might create a problem, but I know now that it won't. And I'll explain why. This morning, as I was doing my morning walk, what came through was many are called, few are chosen. And I didn't know why it came through. And then I realized that thousands of people are going to know about my retreat, but only 18 or 17 people will end up being here, being present. And it's not because of anything else but that at the soul level, they understand that it's more than just showing up for a retreat. It's actually a gathering of souls that remember that they're supposed to gather at this particular point on the earth and at this particular time to be together, to achieve something together, right? So I just want to pause for a moment to bring on a person. You're not going to believe this, who was at my very first retreat, and she's very near and dear to me, and you guys know her, and she's going to just talk very briefly about her experience, and then she has to go because she's actually in transit. She's on the road driving, but she promised that she would just pop on very quickly and speak to you about her experience at the retreat that she attended some years ago. So without further ado, I'm going to invite my guest. You guys are going to be surprised. Okay. Um, I'm not sure why my guest will not. Okay, there she goes.
Here I am.
Good morning, Tonya.
Good morning,
I,
Paula, and
I told
everyone here this morning.
I told them they'd be surprised about this testimonial. So, guys,
Yeah.
I met Tonya on my morning meditations starting in 2020, and she was at every single morning meditation. So when I announced my first retreat, of course, like everybody else, she didn't tell and she didn't say that she was interested in my retreat. It's just at the last minute when she was like fully ready, she's like, "Oh, I'm coming to your retreat," and I'm like, "What?" So I was very happy that she was coming, and the bonds that are formed during retreats are unbreakable because remember, people don't just come to retreats like how they go to a cruise ship, a cruise, or go on vacation. It's a soul gathering, and the souls knew that they were going to connect at that particular space and time. And so, Tonya, I'd like to turn over to you very briefly to tell everyone about your experience at our first retreat.
Okay. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, briefly, keyword this morning.
Yes,
But
yes.
just to let everyone, watching or listening know, um, yeah, it was definitely something energetic that drew me to Paula. And, the type of retreat that she was given. As she said, which is so true, there are so many retreats being given under the category of wellness, and all over the world, right? You can go anywhere and find a wellness retreat. But the
Yes.
key thing is to follow your own heart, follow the leading of spirit within you, where you need to go, right? Because that's where you're going to find like minded individuals who are on a similar path and who can also help and guide you on the path that you are on. Okay, so
Yes.
it's not just about, making an investment to be on the beach or do yoga on the beach or eat, whole foods, vegan foods, whatever you want to call it. And, just have a good time. This is about feeding your soul. This is about your elevation and your rising in consciousness, because we want to come away from this greater and better and even lighter than when we came in. We want to release the things that we need to release. And I can say from the experience I had with that retreat, I didn't even know it was one of Paula's first retreats, because everything she did was so accommodating. It was so well put together. We had a light schedule, but just enough to keep us, having things to do. And, I don't want to give away too much, because the last retreat is not going to be like this one. And those in the future are not going to be the same as the one coming up in November. Every retreat is unique. And even the people there who were there before who come back in a renewed state of consciousness and have the ability to interact with us on a different level. So not only are you going to have the excellent cuisine, you're going to have opportunity to rest, maybe, take a day trip or two around the island, um, have access to our wellness talks, meditation, etc., right? But you're going to establish relationships that can go on, I would say, even years from now. All right. So don't think that this is just a meet and greet and we all just disappear. We tend to stick together. So you can tell a friend to come with you, but guess what? If your friend or your partner or your anyone you invite decides not to come, but you feel it's for you, make it your business to come, with or without anyone else. And I'll leave it at that.
That's right. Thank you, Tonya. You summed it up very well without giving away too much. It really is an energetic gathering. As Tonya says, every gathering is going to be different. So I'm going to release Tonya because she's on a mission. As you can see, she's going somewhere looking very beautiful this morning. Thank you, Tonya,
Thank
for
you.
taking time out to just touch base with us. I appreciate you.
Sure, sure. I appreciate you. So get your ticket, register, and book
Yes.
your flight.
Yes, and
Bye.
Tonya will be there, and she has started doing her affirmations that everybody's travel will be seamless and easy because she knows that it's just around Thanksgiving time, and there's a lot of travel. So we are affirming that travel is going to be effortless ease to Jamaica and back. Thank you, Tonya.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Right. So, really appreciating Tonya joining to just give a little testimonial of her experience at my retreat. So, I just want to elaborate on one point that she made, and that it is not just a meet and greet. It is an energetic gathering of souls that knew each other in the past and are coming back together to clear karma, usually in a good way, and to activate each other. Some people will activate each other into healing. Some people will activate each other into releasing some of their childhood traumas. It is amazing the amount of energy that is drummed up in this gathering, these gatherings that we have. Amazing. Literally, we have seen portals open in the sky, in the sea, in the river. It is bizarre, right? And it's just because the vibration of each person raises gradually every single day that we're together and we gather together to affirm healing, to affirm oneness, and to affirm collective healing because we do all of that, right? So I want to invite both male and females who have health challenges and males and females that do not have health challenges but want to gather and raise their vibration together with myself and my team and the other participants in Jamaica. Now, Jamaica, I don't have to tell everybody here, Jamaica is special. Yes, we have our crime, we have our issues, but vibrationally, Jamaica is special. There is no question. I don't need to argue or dispute with anyone. One tiny little island cannot produce so many special people, so many special athletes. Like we dominate. Yeah, this Olympics we didn't dominate so much, but we're that group of people who wherever we go, we show up so powerfully. It's because of the vibrations here. It's because of the water. It's because of the food. It's because of the energy here. It's because of the music, the vibrations here. And so, what we do, we curate all of those elements into one retreat, which is 5 days and 4 nights. Now, one can ask, okay, what can you achieve in 5 days and 4 nights? A lot. Remember, one of my gifts is that I'm an amplifier and I'm an accelerator. So, whatever you are thinking about achieving, I accelerate it. Okay. And so we get a lot done at the personal level and at the energetic level, collective level at our retreats. In fact, our retreats are not just for the individuals who are present, our retreats are to use the micro to achieve the macro. Okay, just like our morning meditations. Yeah, when we sit here together in our morning meditations every month, we are achieving, we know that we're achieving at the macro level globally. So it's the same thing. We do in person when we gather at our retreat, right? So I hope I've shed some light on what we do at our retreat, what differentiates our retreat from others. We have mostly the same elements. We are going to be doing our November retreat at Good Hope in Trelawny. A lot of people have never heard of the parish of Trelawny. Let me tell you where it is. It's on the north coast. So it's between St. James, where Montego Bay is, and Ocho Rios. So there is a parish between St. James and St. Anne called Trelawny. Okay? And Trelawny is where the Coptic country is. That's where the largest group of Maroons are. So we are north of the Coptic country. So we're almost like in the center of the country, but we're going to use one day. As you know, we're going to do some day trips. We're going to choose between going to where the 77th Meridian is or going to a blue hole. Okay? Because one of the things with my retreats, we always do one day trip where we go to a beautiful, magical place. Um, it's important while we are at my retreat to do fresh water and salt water because fresh water has magnetic properties and the salty water has electric properties. And so we go intentionally to these waters and they assist us in healing. Okay. Um, so anticipate a 1 day trip, but the place that we've chosen is a beautiful, magical spot with a lot of ancient energy. We're up in the hills, but we get to go to the beach and we get to go to the river. Okay, we'll do lots of meditations, as you can well imagine. We'll do movement of the body. Mostly kinetic yoga is what we're going to be doing. Um, for the persons that register, I will share all the names of our team members, but we're definitely going to be doing Kemetic yoga, and we're going to be learning a lot of the Kemetic principles when it comes to the health and wellness component of the retreat. And we're also going to be using certain Kemetic principles when we're doing our meditation and our movement. Because even though I'm not a Kemetic practitioner as such, I am grounded in that, and it's very, very powerful in terms of the knowledge and the wisdom, right? We're also going to be using a lot of the Jamaican traditional wisdom, and that's also very powerful. We're going to be drinking a lot of Jamaican herbal teas. Those are the blends that I have curated, done myself, and they will help in clearing the entire body, all the organ systems and the central nervous systems, to accommodate the healing, the relaxation, and the release. So, everyone, you will come in one way and you will leave a totally transformed person, right? And I know you don't think it's possible, but believe me, it's possible. I've witnessed it time and time again. Because really and truly, what we're doing is addressing your central nervous system in this retreat, right? It's all about complete relaxation, complete release of all your cares. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is show up. Your food is provided. Um, all the sessions we do, we're gonna do a lot of energy healing sessions on each person individual. So you're gonna do a massage, the best massage you'll ever have in your life. I promise you that. And we're going to also have Reiki sessions, and we're also going to have another energy healer, naturopath, who will be present. So everyone, not just the persons who are unwell, everyone will be recipient of all of those things. And we'll have, of course, an ancestral resolve session or two. And so everything is going to be covered. Every element will be touched. And I guarantee you will be transformed. Okay? Never said you will be healed. I said you will be transformed. Right? Because some people will have instant healing, but some people need a little time to release something that has taken 18 to 20 years to 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 you know establish itself in their body. But one thing we will do is we will give the tools to everyone that needs them, and they will be able to use those tools successfully when they go back home. For the persons who are living in Jamaica and who are on this live right now, on the 29th, which is 11/11, because I'm doing this retreat during the 11/11 portal, which starts on the 11th of November and ends on the 29th of November. So on the 29th, which is an 11, we are going to open the retreat to the Jamaican persons who want to come and participate for the day during our 11/11 meditation and our 11/11 grid activation, because we will do a grid activation on that day. All right. So, um, someone is saying running on the hill in the morning. Oh yes, yes, yes. Yes, I'm seeing she's an angel. I met her on the hill a few mornings ago. So it's wonderful to meet you. She's an angel. Right. So everyone, this wraps up my little overview, and I will take the questions now that you may have. One question that I got from someone else was, if the retreat starts on the 26th and ends on the 30th, when should you schedule your flight? Schedule your flight to arrive as early as possible on the 26th and schedule your flight to arrive at the Montego Bay Airport because we are only an hour away from the Montego Bay Airport on the north coast, right? Also, and in terms of departure, you can schedule to leave on the evening of the 30th. If you have to leave on the 31st, we will make some arrangements for you. But please let me know from very early so that I can make the arrangements for you. That there might be an additional cost because it's an extra overnight, right? But it will be very minimal because I will know how many people need that and I will find very reasonable accommodations for that. Yes. So any other questions that you may have, please just type them in. And for sure, I did not put the 1 day portion in the registration form, but I'm going to put that in the registration form so I can know exactly how many people are planning to come for the day of the 11/11. It's going to be a full day where arrive at 7 a.m. and you depart at about 5 p.m. So you'll spend the whole day. You'll have breakfast and lunch, and then you know, perhaps an early dinner with us before you leave. So that is it for the accommodations. Are going to be at Good Hope in Trelawny. Good Hope is a massive plantation, so it has that energy. But that's another reason why we need to be there because a lot of what we are doing is adjusting some of the energetics related to the traumas suffered by people of color and indigenous people globally. Okay, so it's a beautiful great house. You can go and Google Good Hope Great House. It's near to Chaka, and so all the people who are present at our retreat also will have access to aspects of the Chaka experience. So you can go off road, you can do zip line, and a couple of other things. So it's a really beautiful space. Let me tell you guys, I do not choose subpar locations. The locations that I choose are very specifically chosen because of the energy and because of the access to nature and because of the silence and because of just the energy of the place, right? So I'm not going to carry you to a hotel on a roadside that is cheap and has unlimited food. No, I'm going to take you to somewhere where the nature is strong, the energy is strong, and you will actually get healing from the land and from the energy of the space. So, um, yeah, that's it. All right. So she's an angel. I will have the link in the description below this video. So you'll get to read a little bit about the retreat that we're planning. And also, if you're not able to come for the full retreat, you'll be able to join us for the 1 day session that we will have, where we'll be doing meditations together and we'll be activating the grid and activating the 77th meridian together and being activated by the grid and the 77th meridian and the gathering of people that are with us. Remember, many are called, few are chosen. So many people will hear this, but only a few will gather with us because they are meant to gather with us. All right. So Tonya Johnson is saying she's a crystal healing therapist. I would love if you would be able to join us. So let's talk off air. You can DM me on IG or you can WhatsApp me on 876-593-1313. That number is also listed in the description. So as soon as this video is finished, you can check the description to get all the details. So Um, yes, you can contact me with the question with my the same phone number that I just said, which will be in the description below. So any questions you have, please send them. The price range, just so that you all know, so you won't be shocked out of your mind when you go. The price range is from 2,800 US to 3,600, and it has to do with whether you want a single room or you're willing to share. It covers everything. It covers your ground transport to and from the airport. It covers accommodation and food and all of the individual massages and energy healing sessions that you will get. Of course, we're going to be doing meditation and yoga, and we're going to be doing a sound bath every day because it's the sound frequency vibration that we are using to level up every day and bring all frequencies together. So it's going to be very, very powerful. And of course, we're going to be having our crystals and we're going to be doing individual crystal healing sessions. So, that is it from me. I'm hoping that this will be saved on YouTube so people can watch it going forward. And as I said before, you can reach out to me via WhatsApp or you can DM me on Instagram and I will get the message and I'll be able to respond to any questions that you have. So if there are no more further questions, I would say namaste. I would say have a wonderful day and think about it. And let me tell you something, where there's a will, there's a way. That's all I'm going to say. If you truly want to be here, if your soul wants you to be here, if you know deep down that this is where you need to be, a way is going to be made. That golden path that I've spoken about so many times, that golden path will open for you to be present. Thank you and see you at the retreat. Thank you for being here.